worked with Luntha television for 2 years. We did 3 short films last year, and we have just finished one today actually. It's about a new programme that I am working on, girls' scholarships in rural schools. The Luntha television team are first class. I would recommend them to anyone who wanted to make a short or a long documentary about their work in Malawi. They are professional, they are friendly, and they are very expert in every aspect of filmmaking, from the script through to the editing. They are an absolute delight to work with. Father David and his team are number one as far as I'm concerned, and they can work in the village or they can work in State House. They are brilliant. So thank you very much, Luntha TV. It's a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to making more films with you.
Mune apano Sultan Senior Chief Chowe, mwenye kulungwa akuno kumangochi kuno, yiche ni utenga ni malowe, kuti kwende achinangolo, kwende aiwenye, kwende asuguleli, achakulungwa wa mipingo, wakulemba masengo, kwende tuleke kutenda ngalwe, nkanza, kwa asikana wetu, na mbosoni achikamawo wetu uwe kutama chenene igongo kutama chenene iwere hindu yambone nganza sakupitira mundamo nkanza sakupitira kumipingo nkanza sakwatuma bana che masengo nkanza sakwalombesa bana che bamwana sirenganzazo kwende tuleche twalombese bana che ali akwanile singu wambone kuti chabaso Malai.
Hello, and thank you for joining us right here on Luntha Television with Science News and with me, Jacqueline Saidi. First, headlines.
Women religious to discuss most pressing challenges of our time. Chakwera hints at a successful AIP implementation. Cross-border traders conference and exhibition to improve trade collaboration between key stakeholders and the association. And in our special report this week, Robert Edward establishes brick burning as another deadly tree predator, even more than charcoal, but it is not given much attention.
We have these and more surface. Catholic sisters will gather in Rome to discuss urgent issues of our time at the first ever advocacy forum hosted by UISG, the International Union of Superiors General, set to be held on 23rd to 24th October in Rome. This event, delivered in collaboration with the Global Solidarity Fund, will be held at the Jesuit Curia in Rome. The initiative further aims to create a network of sisters committed to social and environmental advocacy, facilitate communication and collaboration with partners, and establish spaces for reflection on key themes of international development. We have a value news report being read by Tanzania.
The first ever UISG Advocacy Forum is set to take place on the 23rd to the 24th of October in Rome under the title Religious Women, Leadership and Development. The International Union of Superiors General will host Catholic women religious from all over the world, joining in dialogue with representatives of governments, intergovernmental agencies, Vatican institutions, faith groups, civil society, private sector organizations, academia, and the press. As a contribution to the synodal process of the Catholic Church, the forum aims to outline a collaborative action plan for advocacy that can help to create systematic change and tackle key challenges for the sustainable development of our societies and our planet. Topics will include impacting the harmonious development of our societies and our planet, including climate change and biodiversity loss, poverty, unemployment and social inequality, forced migration and human trafficking, health crisis, and violations of human rights. According to Executive Secretary at UISG, Sister Patricia Murray, Catholic sisters are on the front lines of the world's most urgent humanitarian and development challenges. The forum represents the culmination of a process that began over 3 years ago in July 2020, when the UISG launched Sisters Advocating Globally in collaboration with the Global Solidarity Fund.
The Episcopal Conference of Malawi ECM says the all is set for the World Mission Sunday on October 22nd, 2023. The event will take place at St. Our Lady of Hope Parish in Chopaw's Diocese. Contemporary Mission Society's National Coordinator, Reverend Father Vincent Mokwa, during a press conference in Rwanda earlier today, said that the organization is doing final touches to the Grand Catholic event. Emmanuel Walter reports.
Father Makwawa, who is also the Vicar General of Lilongwe Archdiocese, urged all Christians to make good use of the day in spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. He also asked the lay faithful to make contribution during this period, as it has always been a tradition.
The World Mission Sunday is a moment when the Church teaches its people and everyone of goodwill to look at the needs of the world and take an action. The first action is to pray. Prayer is very important to solve some problems, social or human problems. Like the Church, for it to be able to get what it needs as a spiritual entity, it depends on prayer. So all mission is a day of prayer, to pray for the needs of the Church, so that God can give us wisdom and guidance.
On his part, ECM Secretary General Father Valerian Umtseka said this year World Mission Sunday will be celebrated universally in every Catholic community.
Yeah, there are so many challenges that are being faced. We are doing all we can to reach out to the different people, but then it's not as yielding results physical as you can also attest to. One of the challenges could be we are faced with the poverty, which may have also had an effect on how best we can move out to reach out to the different people. Because for us to reach out to the different people, it means we need some financial resources so that we can carry out our mission in the way that God wants.
October is also called Mission Month because the faithful pray, teach, and correct money for universal activities of the Church to save humanity. The Catholic Church set aside a special day to celebrate because of its significance. This year, the day will be celebrated under the theme, Hearts on Fire, Feet on the Move. For Luntha TV, this is Emmanuel Chiwocha.
The State President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, has called on officials involved in the implementation of the 2023-2024 Affordable Input Program, AIP, to adhere to expected standards of service delivery so that each household in the country is food secure. He made the remarks earlier today in Kasongo district when he officially launched this year's AIP, where he promised that his government will make sure that the implementation is a success. We have a report by Bridget Monica.
Chawera made it known that a total of 149,000 metric tons of fertilizer will be needed to implement the project this year. He then stated that the government allocated a total of 109.817 billion kwacha for implementation of the AIP, with fertilizer purchase having a lion's share of 102 billion kwacha, followed by seed purchase, which has a total budget of 6.5 billion Malawi kwacha. While stressing the importance of livestock farming, Chawera said 585 million kwacha will go towards the purchase of goats, which are part of the AIP program under Animal Farming Initiative, and 67 million kwacha will go towards operationalization expenses in implementing the program. For the program to be a success, Chawera said his government, among other things, has already distributed fertilizer in Dowa, Nkhotakota, Kasungu, Dedza, Chitipa, Kalonga and Mangochi, with responsible officers already available in various hub shops. Minister responsible Sam Mugawale said his ministry will make sure that the program will reach its intended purpose of saving poor Malawians. He said apart from the 1.5 million farmers who will benefit from the AIP, 435,000 farming households have been placed under climate-smart public works, and 291,000 farming households will be given cash under social cash transfer program, while commercial-oriented households will be supported under Agricom programs and mega farms. Government has also maintained the price of a 50-kilogram bag of fertilizer at 15,000 kwacha under the program. AIP was launched in 2020 to help farmers reduce their input costs and increase their agricultural productivity. It is one of the key programs of the Malawian government to achieve food security and reduce poverty. Bridget Mwanoka, for Luntha News.
Concerned unemployed nursing nurses and primary school teachers, April 13 to 17, are planning to hold a joint vigil on 9th November 2023 at Capitol Hill in Lilongwe. A statement directed to the Lilongwe District Commissioner on 19th October 2023 and signed by Wonderful Kawa, the chair for April 13 to 17, Peter Kabai, the chair for nurses and midwives, and Frank Kamundo, chair for nursing officers, has confirmed of the development. Now on this report by Faris Chizombe.
The statement further indicates that the purpose of the vigil is to request the President, Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, to intervene on the two long-standing issues of unemployment of nurses, lack of political will for exploitation of registered nurses, and employment of primary school teachers under April 13 to 17. The statement also indicates that the government is capable of employing a substantial number of teachers and nurses, while granting opportunity to registered nurses to go and work elsewhere through bilateral talks, hence requesting the President to come to their rescue. In an interview with Luntha television, Chair for the Nursing Officers, Frank Kamundo, stated that it's demotivating to see that a lot of nurses and teachers who are graduates and qualified for the job are still jobless in the country, despite having an adequate number of employees in different government institutions.
It's very true that the nurses and the teachers have joined hands to assist to the videos, joint video, so to say, which will be in Lilongwe at Capitol Hill.
On 6th October 2023, nursing officers held peaceful demonstrations in Luntha in an effort to request the President to intervene on the same issues and give him a 2 weeks ultimatum to respond to the matters. The vigils are to be attended by unemployed nursing officers, nurses, midwives, registered nurses, community midwife assistants, and primary school teachers. For Luntha News in Lilongwe, this is Fales Chizombe.
Remember, you're still watching news, radio Luntha television. Now let's have a reminder of our headlines.
Women religious to discuss most pressing challenges of our time. Chakwera hints at a successful AIP implementation. Cross-border traders conference and exhibition to improve trade collaboration between key stakeholders and the association. And in our special report this week, Robert Edward establishes brick burning as another deadly tree predator, even more than charcoal, but it is not given much attention.
Moving forward, a cross-border traders network for Eastern and Southern Africa says the just ended conference and exhibition has helped identify areas of potential trade collaboration between key stakeholders and the association. The conference, which brought together about 500 delegates from SADC and COMESA regions, saw participants sharing possible ways of tackling various problems to fast-track solutions and promote business growth. We'll have more on this report by Bridget.
The conference started on Wednesday and has finished today with delegates from SADC and COMESA regions sharing possible ways of networking and developing solutions to the problems they encounter in their businesses so as to promote the network. In an interview, regional chairperson for the Cross-Border Traders Network for Eastern and Southern Africa, Godson Mbewe, applauded efforts by government in the SADC and COMESA regions in boosting the trade. He said the conference has proven to be a platform for access to market and will create different opportunities for traders.
Yes, government is complaining of counterfeit products that are brought by small-scale or medium traders, both knowingly and unknowingly. But also we know that some of these counterfeit products are also imported at large scale. Using so many means. You know, apart from that, there are also counterfeit notes. There's money which is fake in circulation. So it's a very big challenge. But what we would look at mostly ourselves is to put up awareness programs. We cannot say they are doing it deliberately until we are sure that we have talked to them, we have communicated, we have sent a message that these products are not required.
Minister of Trade Sosten Gwengwe officially opened the conference with a call for small-scale traders to remain steadfast in various businesses. The conference, which was the first of its kind, was held under the theme Promote Economic Growth in COMESA, SADC and Eastern Africa region. Bridget Manoka, for Luntha News.
In entertainment news, Jamaican reggae giants Everton Blender and Luciano are scheduled to arrive in the country on Saturday 21st October and Thursday 25th of October, respectively, ahead of the reggae concert Gift Jackings Reggae Giant Festival. The festival is scheduled to take place on Saturday 28th October 2023 at Grand Business Park in Nairobi. The two are international headliners and are expected to perform along with local reggae artists, including the Black Missionaries Band, Glasgow, Luntha, King Fire, Chismo, and many others. How from this report?
In an interview, Jacking's Promotions Communications Manager, Chris Locker, said they have already secured air tickets for both Luciano and Everton Blender, and they will arrive through Kamuzu International Airport on the said dates. Locker said the event is aimed at celebrating reggae and bind together reggae music lovers on international level.
Okay, the main aim of this festival is to bring together people from different spheres to learn from each other, to learn from other people's experience, and also to show people that we are all Malawians, we are all Africans, and we are in this world to share love, to unite, and to show our togetherness. So this is not just a musical event, but it is the event that people will connect, that people will know each other, that people will be able to share business experiences and a lot of experiences. So it's going to be an amazing event. As I said earlier on, we have prepared enough, and as I'm speaking, the band is already practicing.
The two living legends are the main international headliners. Blender is a reggae singer and producer known for his smooth, crooning tenor vocals, up-tempo arrangements, and spiritually uplifting themes, successfully bridging the gap between roots reggae and dancehall. While Luciano is known for his thrilling reggae jams such as Rasta God Soul. This will be his second time to visit the warm heart of Africa. Question there. Ikra Rastafari, Queen Fire, Don Taz, Chismo, and Blasto are also expected to perform on the date. For Luntha News in Lilongwe, I'm Helbert Katanda.
There are high chances for the country's first copra to continue being lost to deforestation if authorities will not put their blind eye to a big burning practice, which is the norm in the country. Currently, statistics are alive that the country loses up to 33,000 acres of forest cover to agriculture expansion, tobacco growing, and excessive use of biomass. However, in our special report this week, Robert Edward establishes brick burning as another deadly tree predator, even more than charcoal, that it is not given much attention.
We learned it, saw, and probably practiced it since childhood, and even you might be watching this from a house which was built using bricks which were made using this malpractice. Yes, it became normal and sometimes a measure of success, but little did we know that brick burning is a malpractice that has turned many trees to ashes during the process. The process begins with molding the bricks with the mud to construct the oven before the trees are needed to burn the bricks until they change color for construction of houses and other structures. Burning bricks using structures called kilns, or known as ovens, requires at least 24 cubic meters of wood for a kiln, which is having 12 holes. According to Deputy Director of Forestry, Dr. Ted Kamoto, one hole of a kiln would require at least 3 cubic meters of a well-blanched tree, effectively translating to at least 8 full blanched trees being cut down for a 12-hole oven.
It has holes. So it means if it has a hole, you have to feed the hole from one end and the other end. Okay. So for that hole, bricks that are within that hole, for them to be bent, you need at least 2 cubic meters. So you have to use 1 cubic meter this side and 1 cubic meter the other side. Now, if you have an oven, a kiln that has got 12 holes, it means you need 24 cubic meters because it's like 2 cubic meters per hole. Okay?
Yes.
Now when you look at how many trees make 1 cubic meter, it depends. It depends on the size of the tree, how many branches it has, and all sorts of things. But ordinarily, we would say if it's a well-branched tree, it may give you, at most, if it's a well-branched tree, at most it may give you about 3 cubic meters. At most.
One of the Area 25 Lilongwe-based local builder and bricklayer, Crispin Master, says a standard 2-bedroom house needs up to 32,000 bricks, whose kiln needs about 3 ox carts full of wood, effectively translating to 3 well-blanched trees being taken down for the purpose. Burning bricks is a business for some people who just burn them waiting for the buyer. In Area 43, I met Samuel Mapingo and Precious Mandawara, who survive on burning bricks business, selling at a maximum of 15 waja per burned brick.
Zikatero timakalowa kuchimidzi timati kwa ngubo uko ndikumene timakasakasaka mpaka napoti nkhuni tizipeze. Ngakhale umakhala kovuta ukupeza nkhuniko koma timayesesa kuti nanga tikapanda kusiya kuotcha njwera tizipanga chani tizingokhala mtaunimo koma tiyesereserebe kupanga njira ngati zimezo ndi timasakasaka ndikazipeza kumene zililiko mpaka nakwera nazo kuno ndikumatani kumaotcha uko.
From Area 50 in Lilongwe, James Lyroni, a Kabaza operator who once burned bricks at a 15-hose kiln, says indigenous and natural trees are ideal for brick burning.
Yeah, apopo nimene ndidaonera padapita mitengo yochulukirapo pafupi 8. Apopo padadutsa bongolo pafupi zidali 4.5. Yeah, mitengo yabwino pali mitengo ya mango, pali mitengo ya mingai.
In 2019, an amendment was done to the Forest Act, which reviewed and passed with Section 64 of the amended Act discussing penalties given to a person found cutting or transporting trees or other forest produce before getting permission. However, the Act seemed to be falling short of directly combating brick burning, as the legislation only forbids cutting down or transportation of forest produce from protected areas and forests. But according to Gamoto, their department discourages cutting down trees without a license, saying the law is very clear, but concedes it is difficult to implement amid what he calls almost unrealistic alternative to building materials.
For us, when you go into the act, it's crystal clear. Any processing that you want to do, whether it's agricultural produce, whatever it is, whether it's curing tobacco, whatever it is. But if you are going to use wood, you're supposed to get a license. And why it is said like that in the act is very simple, because we want to know first where are you going to get the wood from. So this is an issue. It's difficult to enforce. In urban, we've tried to, in some cases, to liaise with the city.
A lawmaker who chairs Parliamentary Committee on Natural Resources, Welani Chilenga, challenges that there is no law that specifically forbids the malpractice, while declining to its widespread in even the country's towns and cities, as he called on the councils and the town assemblies to implement their bylaws on the matter.
We just need, it doesn't necessarily need for us to make a special law. It just requires the city assemblies to come up with bylaws banning use of burnt bricks in towns, in cities. That's all. And it's a thing that can be done within a very short time. This malpractice would completely disappear, and we could have sanity in our cities and towns.
In fact, according to Chilenga, brick burning is more dangerous than charcoal, as it targets natural trees, unlike the massively condemned black cooking energy tablets, which one can choose to plant trees specifically for charcoal burning. Mayor for Lilongwe City, Richard Banda, also concedes the damage to the trees caused by brick burning in the country, but says there have been efforts to discourage people in the city from burning bricks, saying there are options including a wire for the fence and cement blocks.
That's illegal because in our bylaws we don't accept to make bricks in the city, and in that way, we are also saying that anyone who doing that is doing condemning our bylaws. So that is not accepted in our city as the city council. So as we have been done awareness campaign all over the city, the residents, so that anybody who found doing that business will demolish the structures which they are doing there, and tomorrow give him the penalty which he is supposed to pay. We don't accept that because you can see now these days, if you say that somebody need to make a face, as a town don't allow bricks like those in our cities, but we have another way that we can make our face, maybe using the wire. You can see in other countries, you never find any face using the bricks within the town. But
the activity of burning bricks is further being described as disastrous and distracting, probably next or more to the charcoal burning by former forestry director, who further observes a tricky situation to completely combat the malpractice in Malawi and views the cost of the cement blocks as a lesser evil than cutting trees for brick burning.
Would rank it maybe next, if not even higher than charcoal. Because I'm saying so, because it consumes a lot of wood, and usually the wood that is being used in burning bricks is indigenous wood, because it burns better. And I don't think many people are growing their own trees to do this. They are actually using natural trees. And you see a lot of infrastructure taking place all over the country. Where I'm standing now, I see 2 or 3 ovens or these structures burning bricks. I see houses made out of burnt bricks. So in short, it is a distraction.
While still in Area 25, I visited one of the cement blocks production sites in the capital, where one of the workers, Stuart Chirwa, told us that production of 16 big blocks and 20 small blocks requires mixing 3 wheelbarrows of quarry dust, 1 quarry stone wheelbarrow, and 1 bag of cement, which makes it to be sold at 1,300.
Wheelbarrow imodzi minyala nderi kwaleta simali balararu ndere basi matira mtondo muja ndete mtondo muja rimalinga tumba limodzi la simenti ndikumikisa tinamikisa meba japo pakarutsa uja imarutsa ngari mauja na akula awa imarutsa mabloko 16.
Now, if the cost of the block is anything to go by, then bricks are way cheaper than the blocks, as it costs maximum of 15 waja per brick. But environmental activist Matthew Malata is taking comfort with government policy through National Construction Industry Council and Environmental Affairs Department, who have been encouraging contractors to use cement blocks, but expresses worry and calls for urgent action to the malpractice, which is a norm in both towns and villages now.
No, I would want to think that indeed brick burning is taking up so much of our indigenous wood, because the process really does demand that you cut down trees to prepare these bricks ready for construction activities. And it has been a problem for quite some time, and it will be a problem for the foreseeable future. What is encouraging is that the government, through the Environmental Affairs Department, but also the National Construction Industry Council, I think they have come up with some strategy or also regulation whereby they are encouraging people to transition to sustainable construction.
Currently, a bag of cement is fetching around 17,000 waja, and for one to build a house using the cement blocks will have to part ways with higher significant amount of money compared to the one using bricks, though the bricks have proven to be a tough parasite, predating the country's green legacy. If authorities do not amplify and extend to brick burning the enforcement of Section 64 of the amended Forest Act, tons of trees are at risk of being turned to ashes.
That was Robert Edward, and that also marks the end of our bulletin. But before we go, let's have a reminder of our headlines.
discuss most pressing challenges of our time. Chakwera hints at a successful AIP implementation. Cross-border Traders Conference and exhibition to improve trade collaboration between key stakeholders and the association. And in our special report this week, Robert Edward establishes brick burning as another deadly tree predator, even more than charcoal, but it is not given much attention.
My name is Jacqueline Saidi. Thank you very much for watching Luntha Television and have a lovely weekend.